Hello and welcome along and welcome back to Marwell Manor Farm. It is the last day of autumn here, and as you can see we still have all of our oat straw to get baled up, so we're going to be doing that in a little bit. But first we're taking the smaller of our two class tractors, our Arian 660, and heading down to the shop because we need to get a tedder. Now, as somebody pointed out in the comments of last video, very rightly, when we started cutting the grass last time, it was wet, and as a result we have wet grass in our field. Now we want to make hay out of it, and we only really have, well, I think we're still okay. Let's have a look. We have we've got sunshine today and into tomorrow. Drying potential is not great, so we can push this forwards by getting a tedder. So that's what we want to do. So let's have a look at our tedders in here. Now, I think we should take the Pottinger. It's 13 meters. It can be handled by this. We do have a small class one, but it's only 4.5 meters, and there's nothing else out there with class that is really any good. And we seem to be going with Pottinger for our mowers anyway. So, yeah, so that should be pretty good. 13 meters, that'll get the job done pretty swiftly, I think. It is 27,000, though, and we only have 4,000. So we are going to have to borrow a bit of money. The good news is we don't have a massive loan on here at the moment. So we will just up this to the money we need. And then we can buy ourselves the tedder that we want, which is absolutely excellent. I'm not going to lease it because we do a lot of grass work on this map, and it makes sense for us to own it rather than lease it. And it's actually cheaper to borrow money and own than it is to lease. So yeah, I only really these days use leasing as an option if I really can't borrow the money. So with this done, we're going to take this back down to field 19, back at our farm, get this started, and then we're going to crack on with getting that straw baled up on field 15. Here we go, field 19, and yeah, you can see here the headlands, much wetter grass compared to the field itself. So we want to get this all done. In fact, no, that can't be hay. I don't think that's turned to hay. So what I'm going to do is set this here, go there, course generation. We are on field 19. Let's just get back. Just check. No, we don't have a current course, so that's good. Field 19, current vehicle position. Starting direction is automatic. I actually want longest edge. Bypass islands deactivated because we have no islands, no skip rows, no multiple tools. 13 meters is correct. Headland, we want to do 2 headland passes. We want to do the headlands clockwise. We're going to start with the headland. We want to do smooth because this is a trailed implement, and we're going to do up down in the field centre. So generate that course, and there we go. Course has been generated. So yeah, it gives that message because of this little bit here, but that should be fine. So let's jump out to our tractor here and just go. Start at first waypoint and drive course. Should be all good, and this will get us up and running. Yeah, nice big tedder. This actually matches the width of our tractor, and away it goes. And in fact, already we can see. We can already see it's drying out the edges, but our field, in fact, is already hay, looking at that. So we'll run this on the whole field and it should be good. But yeah, the rest of the field has already dried out to hay, and it hasn't taken much to get the wet stuff at the edge to dry out as well. So, yeah, we'll be pulling that tractor off there pretty quickly. We're going to switch over to this one now, though, and grab our baler, because we need to bale up the field. So the hope is today, what we're going to do is get the rest of these oats straw baled up. And once we've got that done, we can take our collector out, our Andersen stacker, and get that all stacked. So let's do that, and away we go. So yeah, we can get our Andersen stacker out, get that all stacked up, get those bales away, and that'll be good. The wool on this farm this year has been fairly pitiful. We'll see what happens next year, but at the moment it's not great. I think we've got to move all those bales we got from this field last time into the other shed, but that's a winter job, to be honest. Something that we can do over those months where we are not able to do anything else. We are all connected up, that's good news. So let's unfold our baler. Oh, no. Unfold our baler. Start the baler up, not turn the tractor off. Drop it down, and away we go. We have, well, we have 24 litres of straw in here at the moment. I actually was fairly spot on last time, but we're going to get this off. Now, somebody suggested that we put oilseed radish in the main field, which is a fantastic idea, except that we don't have a tractor to spare to actually get it done. So yeah, unfortunately this season we're not going to get OSR in. Now the way I could do it is to get a new tractor, which would be jumping the gun a little bit. What I really want to do is I do want a Xerion on this farm. We really do want to get a Xerion on here, and get that working the farm. But while I don't absolutely need it, I think it's something that we don't need to do. We are in a position this year where we're going to be paying off most of the loan that we have on the farm, which after the first year to be in that position is really, really good. It's something that you kind of strive to do in farm sim if you're doing if you're playing in the way I am. Rarely do I get rid of a loan. I'm normally running at least a £500,000 loan in this game. To be running under that on this farm at the moment is great. To be looking at actually getting rid of it, or getting it a long way down and almost got rid of, that is even better. So yeah, that's what we're looking at doing at the moment. That's using this first year to get rid of that loan. We are looking as well, though, to see if we can get some contract stuff done. I just want to have a look if there is any harvesting contracts. We do want to kind of take those. There isn't, unfortunately. All baling, fertilizing, and transporting, which is sad. I really want to do some harvesting contracts, and Seasons doesn't seem to be letting me grab any. Really, I think I've had one across all the various seasons series, sorry, that I'm doing. So yeah, I would like to have done the sugar beet or the potatoes on here, but it seems that is not to be. I don't think we're going to get to do those, unfortunately, this year. We've got a good number of bales off here already. This is a very, very straw packed field. Very pleased we've got the bale stacker to clear these up. But we should get all this baled today. I see no reason why we shouldn't, which will be grand. So let's plow on with this and get these baled up, and see how many bales we've got by the end of it. We're about halfway through the field now, and I'm actually going to stop this here and head over to here, because as you can see, our tedder is now getting into the hay. So we're going to fold that up. And I'm quite pleased with how this field is working. It's actually really, really cool that that's managed to already get that stuff dried out a bit. I don't think we can actually tell with the Wopster how... I know, 22%. Is that everywhere, or is that just... Yeah, that's everywhere. So, with any luck, this will dry out fairly quickly now that we've tedded it. And we'll be able to get this road up. I'd like to get this road up and even baled today. To get all of this done today, that would be exceptional. Otherwise, that is what we're going to be doing next time. Is getting this field baled up. So there'll be a lot of baling between 2 episodes, which is kind of not what I want to do. I would like to get these 2 fields both finished up now, and then we're going into the winter in a really good way, in a really good position to get everything set up and running. That did not set this up dark at all. Now there is a new class windrower I want to get. I don't know if I actually have it enabled on here yet, but it's much bigger than the one we have in here at the moment. The one we have in here is good, don't get me wrong. Actually, the one we have in here fits with our mower quite well if you're doing a follow me. So it might not be the wisest thing to replace. Let's disconnect the PTO and disconnect the tedder, and then we can connect up to our very dirty class windrower, and with any luck, by the time we've got the bales finished on this field, we'll be in a position to get this running again with cosplay on the other one. So let's start this back up, and away we go. All in all, this is the perfect end to the year. This is exactly where I want to be on this map. We have a good amount of straw. We will have a good amount of silage once we do get the silage actually fermenting. We've got a good amount. We're going to have a really good amount of hay as of this work, which is good news as well. We're gonna head into the second year in a very strong position, and in a way where we're able to pretty much go right. This is what we're doing, and with this field going into, we're going to do corn in here, which is a slightly different crop. I don't know whether I want to silage it. Or whether I'm going to do, whether we're going to harvest it. I think we're probably going to harvest it because we've got big combine. We might as well harvest the crop we have. We want to be earning enough money in year 2 to enter year 3 looking to expand to sugar beet. And sugar beet is going to be this field. So our first year sugar beet is going to be in here. Our second year sugar beet is going to be on the massive field over there. Which will then be canola on here, which is just going to be, that is going to be a mad harvest. But thankfully, being able to harvest into the winter means that we should be able to cover it fairly nicely, I think. If we go that long, because yeah, we are talking 5 years on this map to do that, which is an awful lot of episodes. But as I said last time, if you guys keep watching, if you guys are interested in how our progress goes on this map, then we could reach that. We could go that far, especially as I'm looking. I think during the winter months we might skip a few days, see if we can do that, simply because I don't want to get too repetitive on that side of things. Speaking of which, I am going to get the rest of this field baled up so that we can get it collected, and hopefully by that point we can go and get our windrower working over on field 19, and maybe rowing up that that crop over there, but we will see how it works and see what happens. I'm slightly worried that our combine might be in the way at the moment, so I might have to move that out of the way in a minute. But yeah, I'm going to crack on with this, get the rest of this baled up, and then we'll see how many bales we've managed to get off this field. Last 2.5 rows, and we have a lot of bales on this field. Not a problem at all. Actually very pleased to see that we've got so many bales on this field. The one thing I do have, though, the one criticism I do have of this baler, is its pickup is really, really thin. So if you are off even slightly, then yeah, you have a problem because you miss stuff. And we got it all over the field here, actually. So we'll see how much we have in the baler at the end. And we'll see if we can run around the field and pick up all these bits. But yeah, it's not great because it basically means we just have little bits. I mean, here's a perfect example. So big hump, and we miss bits either side of it. It's just, yeah, a bit weird. It's quite as thin as it is. But yeah, it doesn't matter with the amount of straw we've left on the field is, I don't think even amounts to a single bale. But it's gonna be in a position where we just have a lot of straw on the field. Thankfully, if it rains a lot or anything like that, it will rot away. So that's good news. Are we gonna get another bale off here? I think we might actually. We're going to be close on this row. Yeah, there we go. One more bale off there. So we might just have a bale's worth in here. If we do, that's great. If we don't, then we'll try and top it up with a few of these rows. I'd like to kind of end with an empty baler if I can. Because if I can do that, the first bale out on our hay field, that is then just going to be hay, not straw. So I'm being very watchful of how much straw we have going in. Right, 96. Oh, okay. There we go. We'll stop that there, and we will unload the bales we've got. We are at exactly 0, which is brilliant. So, we're not going to worry about the rest of these. Or the rest of the straw that's on here. We'll go and take this back and switch out and grab ourselves our bale stacker. Oh, but first, thinking about that, I was going to do a nice cut there. But first, we do need to go and check what the status of our hay is. So I'm going to keep going for a bit, and we'll drive down there and we'll take a look at that, because that would be good. It would actually be good to get the follow me going between the baler and the and that if it hasn't dried yet. So we'll just stop this here. I'm not going to bother turning it off. We are just going to run over here. So yeah, at the moment we're still not in a position where that is done. So we'll just drop the baler off here and go and get our bale stacker. I think it's going to take probably the rest of today for that hay to dry. But that's good because, as I said, what we'll do next time then is it will be all about the rowing and the baling of the hay. And this time is all about collecting up the straw. So we've jumped ahead a few hours now. It is 17:22 in the evening. It is beginning to lose. We're beginning to lose light. We've got most of the way through this field. Let's see if I can increase the lights on here. Yeah, we're most of the way through this field. You can see the sun is setting. Yeah, and we've got. I'll just go through these because it's getting a bit late and I don't want to get too far into the dark. Unfortunately, I'll explain why we've had such a jump in a moment. But we have 105 bales here, which is brilliant. we have, or that's how many we've created today. I am currently on my 5th trip back. So we've been able to take 14 bales at a time, of course, as this trailer does, and we've got a good amount of bales in. Now, originally, I had recorded a whole load of stuff with this trailer and picking bits up and everything, but I pressed my cough button and disabled my mic. So yeah, but it's not the end of the world. We're gonna sort of do a little bit of darkness pick up one more trailer here to just sort of round things off. And yeah, I'm quite pleased that we got so many bales on here. To have 105 bales, that is absolutely fantastic. I'm not selling any. So far we've just been putting them in the shed. Next time, what we'll be doing is getting the bales or getting the hay all sorted, getting that rounded up. But the other thing we've got, and that I discovered, is that we have the canola to sell next time. So looking at our seasons menu here, the canola, that is going to be at its best price. It's about £1,200 that we're going to have with the canola next time, per 1,000 litres, which with the amount of canola we got, is just going to be absolutely brilliant. So yeah, we're going to be selling that off next time. And I think the plan is probably, because I can't remember exactly what I've talked about and what I haven't. I think the plan is going to be that we're going to try and sell off. Oh, sorry, that we're going to try and reduce our loan. Reducing the loan in the way I play, as I said before, is something that is just we don't get to do very often. So to be in a position where we actually have just about have enough tractors to do what I want to do is great. Is absolutely brilliant. But yeah, it is getting really dark now. This is going to be our final load. That's not the corner of the field. Where are we? We are. We are in this corner. Good. Oh. That's the trouble with seasons and darkness. It just gets so dark that you cannot see where you're going at all. I think we'll turn the light on in the shed as well before we finish off. But yeah, it's a really awesome number of bales that we've got on here. Where's our light switch? There it is. Do like that. It's a good set of lights on here. But it's, yeah, look at that. We've got so many bales on here at the moment. That is just going to be brilliant. What we're going to have to do, I think, is going to get a bale spike that will go 4 high, that will go on our front loader, because our other sheds, they are stacked 4 high. So I think we need to get that and need to sort that in order to move forwards with this. Now I'm trying to get this over here, because what I want to do is see if we can get the stack. Start going the second row along. We've been a little bit messy in our stacking, but it's all good. There we are. Let's unload this. And yeah, so this has been a fairly successful day. We got all of this field baled and everything. As I said, next time we're going to be probably selling off the canola. I think we're going to have to get a new piece of equipment for that. At the moment, we don't really have the ability to do that and get our other field baled, as well as windrowed. Hopefully, it's all going to dry out. It should be a fairly dry night, I think. Yeah, we've got no rain scheduled, and overnight the drying potential is the same. So with any luck, that hay will get dried fairly quickly. But I think that is where we are going to end this video for today. Yeah, sorry for the time jump, and we are going to be doing some more stacking next time. So if you guys want to see that, then check out that video. But for now, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos and live streams from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.